The best Ford F-150 ever made. No gimmicks, genuinely useful features. Ford did a very good job with this truck. More powerful than the most powerful gas Ford F-150. More torque and more horsepower than the best F-150. And more storage than any other F-150. Fastest, most quiet, and it can power your house between 3 to 10 days during a power outage. This pickup truck requires no introduction. It is Ford F-150 Lightning 2023. Before we proceed with the review, I have to tell you one thing. If you try to kidnap someone in the front trunk of a Ford F-150 Lightning, that is impossible. And this is a mobile power source. If you want to know why, stay with me. As always, subscribe our channel if you are interested in clear, simplified reviews of upcoming automobiles. There are 4 trim levels. Namely, Pro, XLT, Lariat and Platinum. Pro is the base model and it starts at $40,000. Platinum is the highest trim level. It is about $90,000. There are some additional packages you can add to Platinum and price goes higher according to your customizations. You can go check out and customize your Ford F-150 Lightning. Link in the description. Lariat is the best-selling trim level so far. Almost 50% of the orders are from the first-time truck owners. Around 75% are new to Ford. They never owned a Ford before. Let's start with the Pro trim level. You can have this model with the standard battery pack. Extended battery pack is not available for this trim. 98 kWh standard range battery pack with around 230 miles, 370 kilometers, of range. The biggest difference when you consider the exterior, Pro trim level doesn't have the light bar that runs across in the front. 18-inch wheels. Pro trim level doesn't come with 360 cameras. If you add the tow package you can get the 360 cameras as well. Also Pro doesn't have the running boards. If you want one you can add after the purchase. All trim levels have the same tail lights. Pro doesn't have the light bar across the back. All have the rear park aid and Copilot 362.0. When it comes to the interior, the Pro series have vinyl seats and vinyl floors built for heavy duty. Interior materials are rubber and vinyl. On the Pro and XLT you can see the 12-inch center infotainment system in the landscape orientation. Moving on to the XLT, in the front we can see the light bar run across and a different grille design. 20-inch wheels in XLT gets 360 cameras. Ford F-150, XLT gets running boards. Optionally you can get the lights for the running boards for more visibility with the lighting package. Pro and XLT don't have the light bar across the back. On the doors you have the proximity locks with the XLT. On the interior, it's carpet floors with clothed seats unlike Pro. Same infotainment system as the Pro. XLT gets heated leather steering wheels compared to rubber in Pro. Moving on to the Lariat trim level. On the front you have a different grille design. 360 cameras and 20-inch wheels. Same running board and proximity locks as the XLT. On the rear we have the unique tailgate with the signature lighting and more lighting on the rear trunk. On the inside you have the leather seats and 15.5-inch portrait mode display. Plus higher quality heated leather steering wheel. Then you have the big sunroof extending to the second row and the sliding window on the back. You can buy the Lightning model in 2 versions. 98 kWh standard range battery pack and 131 kWh extended range battery pack. 98 kWh standard range battery pack has 230 miles of range. And 450 horsepower with 775 pound-feet of torque. 131 kWh extended battery pack has 320 miles of range and 580 horsepower. Which is 90 miles and 130 horsepower more than the standard pack. This comes with dual E-motor, 4-wheel drive independent rear suspension. Maximum payload is 2,235 pounds in standard and 1,952 pounds in the extended. Maximum towing is 5,000 pounds in standard and 7,700 pounds in the extended. Maximum towing with max trailer tow package added, 7,700 pounds on standard and 10,000 pounds on XLT, Lariat and 8,500 pounds on Platinum. Let's talk more about charging. In addition to the J1772 port, you got the DC charging port as well. You can buy the Lightning model in two versions: 98 kWh standard range battery pack and 131 kWh extended range battery pack. There are three options for charging. Option 1, you have the 120 volts charging option, which most homes come with. It is also the slowest. You're only going to get about 2 to 3 miles of range per hour while charging from a standard household 120 volts outlet. Extended range battery pack has a 300-mile range. Considering that you can see it will take well over 100 hours. Second option, you have 240 volts charging option, which is significantly faster compared to 120 volts charging option. It would take 16 to 17 hours to charge the standard battery pack and 22 to 23 hours for the extended battery pack. As the third option, you have the DC fast charging option, which is much faster than the second option. It would take around 1 hour to charge both standard and extended battery packs. Both the smaller battery pack and the extended battery pack can charge the house. To power up the house, you can use the same charging port. When you plug it in, the truck immediately acts as a home backup system. It can power your house for 3 days, and if you use power more carefully, you can run up to 10 days, as the Ford says. This ability to bi-directional charge is what makes this truck the most powerful truck ever made. Length: 19 feet 4.7 inches or 5.91 meters. Width: 8 feet or 2.43 meters. Height: 6 feet 6.3 inches or 1.98 meters. Wheelbase: 12 feet 1.5 inches or 3.69 meters. Front track width: 5 feet 8.1 inches or 1.72 meters. Rear track width: 5 feet 8.3 inches or 1.73 meters. Turning radius: 24 feet or 7.3 meters. Curb weight: 6,500 pounds or 2,948 kilograms. Ground clearance: 8.4 inches or 21 centimeters. Water fording depth: 1 foot 11.6 inches or 60 centimeters. Angle of approach: 24.4 degrees. Angle of departure: 23.6 degrees. Battery capacity: 98 kilowatt-hours or 131 kilowatt-hours. Bed capacity: 52.8 cubic feet. Max payload with standard battery: 2,235 pounds or 1,013 kilograms. Max payload with extended battery: 1,952 pounds or 885 kilograms. Max towing with standard battery: 5,000 pounds or 2,267 kilograms. Max towing with extended battery: 7,700 pounds or 3,492 kilograms. Front legroom: 43.9 inches or 1.11 meters. Front headroom: 40.8 inches or 1.03 meters. Rear legroom: 43.6 inches or 1.1 meters. Rear headroom: 40.4 inches or 1.02 meters. Starting with the front trunk or the frunk, however you want to call it, there are essentially 5 ways you can open the front trunk. From the center console, button to the left of the steering wheel. From the key fob, button under the grille, and manual release on the pillar next to the driver to open up the front trunk in case you run out of power. That's a very useful feature. You can use any of these methods to open the trunk. And when you open it, there is a beep sound as a warning. Some buyers have complained that it is unnecessary. This is 14.1 cubic feet, 400 liters, of size. can hold up to 400 pounds. Which is massive and utility-wise super important because you can lock it unlike the storage area in the back. One more thing about this. Ford F-150 Lightning is almost identical to the F-150 trucks out there. This front trunk helps to identify the F-150 Lightning from the rest. Since this is electric, there is no engine, so this space can be used as a storage space. You can lift up this panel to access the compartment under the panel. You can store small items there to keep out of the way. It has a drainer too, so when you want to put some ice and beer, this comes super handy. Panel has a ruler on it. You can use it for measurements. Then we have the lights inside. Remember I told you that you cannot use this trunk to kidnap anyone because of this button. There is an escape button you can use to open the trunk if you were kidnapped. Then you got hooks to prevent stuff from rolling over. The 12 volts battery is covered with this panel. You may think how to use your battery to jumpstart other vehicles or your own. Ford thought about that as well. Here on the side we have the battery jump points. To access jump points you twist open these fasteners. Remember at the beginning I told this is a power source. Here we have 4 household power outlets and 2 USB ports. USB-C and USB-A. This is super useful. You can take this truck out and use it to power anything you want like tools. There is a front light bar going from headlight to headlight and has the same light bar on the back as well. This seems like there is a grill, but there is no actual grill that would flow air through. It's just a panel. On the side we have the charging port. In addition to the J1772 port you got the DC charging port as well. This is the same port used to power your house. There is a fake charge port door on the other side of the vehicle to maintain the symmetry. On the back, you have this full-width light bar that sets you apart from the other F-150s out there. On the lower right corner there is the Lightning badge with the American flag. Lightning is blue to indicate this is fully electric. Under there you have the full-size spare wheel. You can open the tailgate with the key fob or by pressing the button on the tailgate. On the surface of the tailgate you have rulers in inches and centimeters. If you want to cut wood with it, the tailgate has a place to hold while you cut it. Tailgate comes with a step to get into the cargo bed. You also have a pole to grab when you get in. That's not the best feature. You have 4 more standard power outlets and a 240 volts power outlet, which is super useful. Let's check out the interior of the Platinum trim next. Platinum trim comes with nice good quality materials, and unlike most electric vehicles this comes with buttons and knobs. So you don't have to use the center infotainment system to do everything. This is a 15.5-inch portrait mode display to be exact, Sync 4A with enhanced voice recognition, 15.5-inch portrait orientation LCD capacitive touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. This comes with all the standard features of a modern-day infotainment system. AC controls are integrated to the screen and it's easy to access vehicle settings. You can change the drive modes normal, sport, off-road and tow from the screen. Another cool feature is the scaling system. You can check the weight when the vehicle is loaded. Camera angles are also quite good. You can add the trailer specs and calculate the driving range. This is electric and pretty quiet. If you want the propulsion sound you can enable the sound. In addition to that there are some games if you need to kill the time. Moving on to the gauge cluster, it's 12-inch screen. Instead of a tachometer you can see the range. It's less customizable compared to other similar models out there. Next up we have the table. You can fold down the gear shifter and unfold the table. Table is good if you want to write something down or work on your laptop. Then there is wireless charging including USB-C and USB-A ports. Then we have the household 120 volts power outlet as well as a 12 volts cigarette lighter style charger. And the seats are really comfortable. You can fold the front seats almost 180 degrees so you can sleep in the vehicle if you need. This vehicle has a good sound system including speakers in the headrest. Let's hop into the second row. Space in the back is more than enough. 3 people can fit in with ease and can easily be used as a family vehicle. Under the second row seats we have another storage compartment. 2 AC vents are there for the people in the back and 120 volts power outlet including the USB-C and USB-A ports. That's it for today's video. Thank you very much for staying till the end of the video. If you hit the subscribe button and the like button, it would be a great help and motivation for me to bring more new reviews like this. Also, I highly value your input, so don't forget to comment down below how to improve my videos. See you in the next video.